Diane, hello, how are you?
Hi, Kelly. I'm doing great.
I am
How are
so
you?
excited. I'm good, thank you. I'm so excited to be able to have this time and share with you and spotlight you and hang out with
Wow.
you. It was a long time coming, and I'm so grateful to be here with you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to this as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So for everybody, I'm going to say hi in just a minute, but what we're going to do today is I want to spotlight Diane because
Oh,
I do, I do because she's such a beautiful light in our community, and I want everybody that, and so many here already know you, but for the people that maybe happen to stumble across us today or in the future, to be able to see your light and your gifts and to be able to find your channel. And so everybody that is not subscribed to Diane's channel, there's links in the chat, and I posted all of her information in the description of the show too. So be sure to go over and subscribe to her channel,
thank
please.
you. Yes,
And
everyone, please subscribe if you still haven't. I
oh
really
yeah,
appreciate that.
oh thank you. And Leah is here. Hello, Leah. Thank you so
Leah.
much for being here. And Brandon is here. Hello, Brandon. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And so our thoughts today is, the first part of the show we're going to spotlight Diane, and then we will be taking some questions towards the end. So if you would like to ask us a question, if you could please put it all in caps, and we will get to the ones that we can get to at the end. And Edward is here. Hello, Edward. Happy
Hi, Edward.
Saturday. And Paul Freed is here. Hello, Paul. Hello, Kelly and Diane. We are at Hesslery Hesslery Park
Hesperly?
Park Christmas, and it's snowing. Oh, Paul, that is beautiful. The snow is
Wow.
coming down. Love this time of year and love family. You enjoy, Paul, and thanks for coming in and saying hello. Bernadette is here. Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Bernadette.
And so, Bernadette, I have you starred. Karen is here. Hello, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. Edward, I gotcha. And Mona is here. Hello, Mona. And I have you starred. And Brandon, I got you too. I so I think so. Just right now, before we get started, I have Bernadette, Edward, Mona, and Brandon. And so I am going to give the floor. And I should go into the media and have the drum roll.
Bring.
I'm gonna give the floor
Yeah,
to
they have that
Diane.
now sound effects.
So yeah, share with us. We share with us your spiritual, your gifts, your insight, when you developed your gifts, anything
Mhm.
that you would like to share with us. We wanna hear all about it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Diane G. I'm an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer. And I don't know when I started this journey. I think it must be in 2019, around 2019, when I started really meditating. And I started to do that because I felt very anxious about things during that time. And so, oh, hi, Nancy. So yeah, I just started to meditate. And then in 2023, I think around 2023, 2024, I found this community. Around 2023, I started doing the emotion code healing. I picked up the book and then I started doing it on myself. And then back in 2024, I started doing it for friends. And then my friends were like, oh, yeah, this is very helpful. So that was really awesome.
I
And also,
love that. And
yeah,
so
it
you were
felt,
guided towards the book.
yes.
And from there it just that's where you really and you had to have had those gifts probably before you even started reading the book.
Yeah, initially I didn't know that. But when I got into the Akashic Records, I found out that I've been doing it even in my past lifetimes. So I'm like, oh, this makes sense now.
Love that.
Yeah. So in 2024, I found this community. And the first person that I actually found, like my gateway to the community, I say this all the time, but it was Annie Bear.
Yes. Annie
I
Bear.
love it. I subscribed to her channel, and then that's how I found everyone. And that's where I found Val Dragonfly Crystals, who holds Akashic Records classes. So if there's anyone who's watching who doesn't know what the Akashic Records is, the Akashic Records is like this energetic record of everything that has ever happened or will ever happen in the universe, and that it includes our emotions and the events that are happening or have happened. So we can access that record. And in taking Val's class, I learned how to access it and access it not just for myself, but for people. So it's been very helpful. So after I've done that, I realized that, hey, the energy healing that I do through the emotion code healing, it kind of fits. So I'm like,
Right?
yeah. So I'm like, wait, why does it fit? And I sat down and I talked with my guides, and they were like explaining how things how things work. And they explained it to me like, your energy body is an immortal body. And so it's something that you carry over from your very first incarnation up to this one. And so you carry over emotional energy from lifetime to lifetime. If you weren't able to process it, you are going to carry it over. And like part of my mission is to help people clear those emotions and release those emotions that they still carry. And I think it's part of our ascension. So yeah, I feel very honored and grateful to be incarnated in this earth right now, in this very moment.
I absolutely love that. And what beautiful gifts. And so Dragonfly Crystal, you took her class
Mm-hmm.
and Diane has many shows where you do Akashic readings live
Yes.
for people, which are absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. I do that every Sunday. So tomorrow I will have another show. It's going to be at 4 p.m. EST. And it's going to be like the format of the show is we talk about like spiritual concepts and about energy healing or the Akashic records. And then on the second part of the show, we do readings.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that. So every Sunday at what time?
Usually I do it at 5 p.m. Eastern, but
Okay.
for this month of December, it's been quite busy. So I'm doing it just an hour earlier, just for December. So it's at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Nice. Well, and what a gift that you're giving to the community and all your subscribers. I mean, because we were talking backstage about how busy December is, and
Yeah.
and staying on board and
Yeah.
still committed to your Sundays, even with all the busyness and whatnot of the holidays, is a true statement to your dedication.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it is an important part of the work that I'm doing. So yeah, I'd like to continue it. And if not on Sundays, I do pop in or pop up readings from time to time. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Thank
And speaking of readings, what is your favorite? What do you have a favorite deck?
I do have a favorite deck. I have currently two that I use most often nowadays.
Yeah.
And I refer to this one as my favorite child, and it's called the I Don't Care Oracle deck. Oops. I don't care. But I
Oh, I
do care.
love that.
One of them is that, the I Don't Care Oracle deck, and the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Prague.
Oh,
I
I have
usually,
that one. Yeah.
really? I find it very fascinating because I use this one often when I do Akashic Records readings. It has soul lessons that are in the cards, So it's sometimes more easier to connect and really learn about people's soul lessons using that deck. So I love it very much. I've come to appreciate it.
I love that. I love it. In fact, I thought I had it over there, but it must be I keep in that back there. I That's where I have all my cards. Otherwise I would have pulled that one out. Um, that
So
one
since
out too.
the Akashic Records deals with, you know, our soul's journey, a
Mhm.
lot of people ask about like what is my soul purpose or what soul lessons did I learn that I carry over from this lifetime. Those are just sample questions that we can ask during an Akashic Records reading. So yeah, I find it very helpful. I find that deck very helpful.
I love that. And James Von Prague, he's a true treasure
He
to
really
the
is.
spiritual community. I have that deck, and then I think I have the one. Oh, I don't know what the name of it is, but connecting with our loved ones that have crossed over.
Oh,
Um,
I
I
think I've
don't.
seen someone use that this week. I just, yeah, I can't recall the name.
Yes, you can ask a question. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. You know what? You know what? I gotcha. Well, unless you have a specific question, otherwise I started you. So, tell us about how do you you know especially this month now being busy just with shows and clients and Christmas and whatnot. What do you do to recharge, to fill your cup, to have fun? What are your go-to things?
This might sound weird, Kelly, but right now, nowadays, I cut grass.
Is
Like I
that
have,
right?
yeah, I have this grass cutter trimmer. I don't know how it's called, but I just go out in the empty lot and then I cut grass because it feels very grounding, and I feel like
Yes.
I can release any like stagnant energy whenever I'm connected with Earth. So it's a way to, you know, clean the yard, but as well get some grounding in. During the most part of the year, I usually plant vegetables or anything that I can eat, fruits, vegetables, and crops. Just crops. But yeah, since it's been really rainy, and what I mean by that is it's very typhoony. It's a hit. It's We have been hit by a lot of typhoons this year. It's been really rainy, so I haven't been able to do that. So instead, I just got grass. But normally, I connect with Earth through that, through planting crops, planting vegetables. Yeah,
I love that.
it
And
feels very recharging.
I love it. But to relax, do you have something that your go to, like if you're gonna stay in and relax?
Oh yes. If you don't see it, this is my background. Those are
Right.
Legos, and I don't know if you've seen the Netflix show, but it's One Piece Legos. I love building
Oh,
Legos. Like I just um spend some time putting them together. Like I buy Lego sets and then I put them together. It feels very relaxing and calming because like your focus is just on the Lego. It feels meditative somehow. I
yeah.
don't
Oh,
know, hey,
definitely.
and the colors, like they're so vibrant.
Yes.
I don't know
I
why.
love that.
It's like my inner child is very happy whenever I do, and I build Lego sets.
That is beautiful. And this is just stuff that I just find so intriguing, and getting to know people, and like going out and cutting grass. I would have guessed outdoors, but I wouldn't have in gardening, but specifically cutting grass, I don't think I would have. That's amazing.
But you know, when we get rain, I'm like thankful since you know my little plants are happy, but at the same time, like grass, the grass
Right?
just grows.
And
Oh,
grows and
yeah, it's
grows.
so fast. Like I can't keep up. Might as well, might as well put some grounding in and then cut grass.
right?
Yeah.
I love that. Um, what else? Oh, what are your what what do you keep like in your spiritual toolbox? Is it
Oh,
cards? What do you keep in there?
I find cards like very bulky to bring with me.
Yes.
So what I use are actually my pendulums whenever I go out. So this is one of my favorite pendulums. If you
I
haven't seen
love
it before, this is Mjolnir or Thor's hammer.
I love that,
And
Diane.
I was looking for pendulums that are specifically shaped like Mjolnir or like Thor's hammer, but I couldn't find any. What I found was a keychain. So this is originally a keychain. It's made of metal. It's die cast metal. And why I wanted to like get a Mjolnir pendant was that because I had issues or um I had low self-esteem for many years, and I had low conception of my own self-worth. And so, if you've watched the movie, um Mjolnir only comes to the people who are worthy. So it's like a symbolism and a reminder for myself that hey, I'm holding you. I'm worthy. So it's one of the
Oh,
affirmations that I tell myself a lot. Like I am worthy. And whenever I hold Mjolnir and I show it to you, everyone, I hope that you're also thinking of that. Like hey, I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy.
oh,
I
that
just
about brings tears to my eyes. That is
oh,
so beautiful, Diane. Thank you
thank
for
you.
sharing that.
No worries. So yeah, it's a keychain that I just put on a chain since it wasn't available, so I made it into a pendulum. But I have like smaller pendulums that I bring with me, like this one. It's
I love
very
that.
fun to use and very relaxing since it's copper. But yeah, I put it in my pocket whenever I go out. And I also use crystals. I love crystals. I have a crystal
Me
nut.
too. Me too. I love them.
Yeah, the
And
energy is different.
yeah, and they're easy to pack and put in your pocket or
Hmm.
your bag or whatnot. If a person's going somewhere, they're easy. Um, do you do you have a practice or like a ritual, like if you are going to do a show or see a client that you do beforehand?
Oh yeah. A lot of people don't know this, but right before we go on online and do live shows, I usually do a clearing on my space just to make sure that no one's going to interfere or um yeah, just no one's going to interfere with the readings and with the energy. Um, and also when I'm working with someone, I also clear their space just to make sure that, the space, our energies are clear. I feel it's very important so we don't get influenced by not so high vibrational beings.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I also do that like right after waking up and right before going to sleep at night. I don't know if I think people don't know this, but as healers, Kelly, I believe you know this. We're more prone to like getting attachments and other attacks because we're healers. Like even when we're just I don't know if you know this. Uh, During like MMORPG or like playing games where you form parties, the first person who gets attacked are always the healers.
Right.
Because once the healer is down, the entire party gets gets weaker. So I believe that's also the case with psychic healers. We get attacked more often. So I just make sure that my energy is clear. And that's something also that I'm going to talk about tomorrow on my show, Soul Cloud, about energy cords, just making sure that our energy is clear from interference from other people or situations. Yeah.
So important. And always it's always really important, but this time of year especially, because we are you know we're out and about, if we're going to stores, online, and
Mm-hmm.
family gatherings, we're everything is energy, and
Yeah.
and and it could be somebody that loves us to death, or it could be somebody that's really annoyed at us. We never know where that cord can be attached at.
Yeah.
And so making sure that our energy is cleared and our cords cut, always, but especially this time of year,
Yeah.
and going into the new year, right, with a clean slate, just
Yeah.
clean energy, I think is so important.
Yeah.
Liz in awe had.
Oh, Liz is here. Hi, Liz.
Yes, hello, Liz. She said, Diane G, when I see your energy, I see nothing of anything but the highest best.
Oh, thank
Oh, I
you so
love
much, Liz.
that, Liz. So true. So true. And Kim, hello. Thank you for being
Hi.
here. And she says she's a crystal lover. Me too. Me too.
Me three.
Yeah. Right. Right. Um, Anything else you would like to share with us? Anything something that you want us to know that you don't think that we know about you?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think I've talked about myself a lot. That's something that makes me feel nervous as an introvert whenever I talk about myself.
I know. I'm the same way. I am. Oh, this was so nice. I appreciate it, and if you think of anything, we can always chime in. Should we
Hmm.
get to some readings?
Okay. Uh,
We have, yeah, because we do have quite a few. We have quite a few starred,
mhm.
and so I'm
We
just.
have a question from Karen.
Oh yes.
Okay. Who is asking, like, Diane, do you see, hear, and feel? And how do you figure out what it means? I think this is a challenge for a lot of psychics, is figuring out like how to use their gifts. Because we have a lot of clairs or different clairs. So if like no two psychics are alike, even if two people are both clairvoyant, it our gifts might work differently. So it's a matter of figuring out how to work with our gifts. So I am clairvoyant, I am clairaudient, which means I have clear seeing and clear hearing. I also feel bodily sensations sometimes. Like I might have a client whose headache is who has a headache, and I feel it like right before the start of it. I pick up on it, or I have a stomach ache. So it's a matter of like tying everything together into a one comprehensible story, especially when we're doing like past life readings. We don't get like a storybook version where everything's clear cut, where it's like the vision and then there's narration or captions. We really have to like make sense of things. So it takes a lot of practice. I have a practice group that I regularly join every week, which is currently run by Linda de Gonzalez. It's a practice group of Akashic Records readers who graduated from Val's class. So yeah, we hold weekly practice sessions for that, just to practice our gifts, to really know and tie in those senses that we feel. Yeah.
Thank you for catching that. And I
No
see,
worries.
and I still wasn't able to find it, but I
Mhm.
did see that there's. Karen asked, "What kind of grass do you have?"
Oh, there's different kinds of grasses. Like it's not something that I planted just for aesthetics. They're like wild, so they grow very wildly as well. So I think some of them are called carabao grass. I don't know what the other ones are called, unfortunately.
And now I found Karen's.
Yeah.
Thank you, Karen.
There you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm just gonna give a rundown. We have Bernadette for
Hmm.
questions. We have Edward, Mona, Brandon, Nancy. Um, how do, I want to pronounce your name right. I'm gonna say Vin. I'm gonna call you Vin. and Ellen and Liz in awe.
Hmm.
So thank you guys. Thank you for being here. And again, Diane, thank you so much for sharing and sharing your gifts. I love that so very, very much.
Oh, no worries.
Just it helps the community to get to know each other just a little bit better. Any messages for me about someone I like? Will that person talk to me?
So I'm not going to answer if that person is going to talk to you, Bernadette, because I feel like that might be crossing into the third party category. Because it's going to like tap into their energy. But I'm going to see if there are messages for you from your spirit guides about you liking this person. What guidance can they give to you? Because you can also, instead of waiting for that person to talk to you, Bernadette, how about you talk to them? Say hi, introduce yourself. Okay. Mhm.
And you go whenever you're ready, Diane.
Okay.
There's no hurry.
So, Bernadette, the card that I got for you is I got superpowers. Oh, it's not showing. Hold on. My light is very bright. Okay, I don't know if this is showing now. It says I've got superpowers. And it's similar to the message that I got intuitively a while ago. You don't need to wait for this person to talk to you. You have the power to talk to them. So you don't need to wait. Because I feel like when you do that, you're giving them the power over you. So this is your spirit guide's reminder that you have the power.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Um and the same. I got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So exactly what what Diane said. Just yep, put the effort in. And then I got playfulness. And so have fun, just don't put so much pressure on yourself, because the next card I got was discovering happiness. I allow myself to be content just as I am. So being your authentic, genuine self and having fun and playing and just putting that little extra effort out. I get, yeah.
I love that.
Right? Me too. I love
Yeah.
when that happens. So thank you, Bernadette.
Yeah.
And Edward, I would love an
Hmm.
energy clearing or general.
Okay. So, Edward, I asked your spirit guides what would be most beneficial for you in this moment to get a general reading or an energy clearing, and they told me it's the message. Like, get a message for Edward. Okay. Edward, the card that I got for you is Pleiades. Oh, it's too bright again. I'll just shift my camera. But Pleiades is a card about double mission, a mission on Earth and a galactic mission. And it says channeling and uplifting humanity. There we go. I feel like we're getting this card because you've been activated. If I'm not mistaken, you already know what your mission is. Or if you don't know what your mission is, you are starting to discover what that mission is. And part of it is channeling and uplifting humanity. I also feel like part of your mission is transmuting the low vibrational energies to higher vibrational energies. And a lot of transmuters kind of don't like this job because it involves like interacting with a lot of people. And as Pleiadians, as transmuters, like it feels icky. But someone has to do it. It's very challenging, but I feel like, Edward, if it's you, you can do it and you can do it with flourish. So I hope that helps, Edward.
I love that. Edward, I get that there are, and I know opportunities have been opening up for you, but I get that there's more opportunities coming coming your way and doors opening. And I pulled the card prayer. And so I they want you to know that your prayers are being heard and your prayers are being answered. And so the power of prayer is so huge. And so keep letting your guides, your angels, ancestors, just keep giving them tasks and jobs to do because they're there waiting, and just watch those opportunities just continue to open for you. And so going into the new year, I think it's really important to let them know what it is that you are needing for 2026. I hope that helps you, Edward. And thanks again, everybody, for sharing your time with Diane and I. We sure
Yeah.
do appreciate it. And
Oh,
Mona, what do I need to know for my highest good?
hi, Mona. So, Mona, the card that I got for you is the card reassess. and it says, "You have the right to change your mind." And I'm getting the feeling that you're currently in the middle of deciding on something, but you don't want to make the decision, or like you're like delaying the decision because there's kind of a fear. Like, what if I make the wrong decision? So this is your spirit guides telling you that you have the right to change your mind. Even if you don't make the right decision currently, it's a decision that you can learn from in the future, and it's something that you can also change your mind about, is the message that I'm getting. Reassess. So I hope that helps, Mona.
I love that. Thank you, Diane. Mona, I pulled exhaustion, and so I I know I'm feeling it too, and so this time of year it can be all the extra pressure and stress put on us, and so if you're not feeling it now, it may be like in the next week or so, and so what I'm getting is it's really important for you to self-care and fill your cup up before it is completely empty, because once it gets completely empty, it just takes a lot longer to fill back up. So if you could right now, I mean, if it's sneaking in a nap or y- things that Diane just talked about having a decision to make, and if you're on the fence about should I, and you're leaning towards no, maybe not, it's okay to say no and relieve yourself from whatever that is. If it's not going to totally fill you up and bring you joy, just know that it's okay to say no. So I hope that helps, Mona.
I love that message.
Because
Especially,
yeah, this time of year, right? I think we say
yeah,
yes way more than we sometimes we feel like we want to, but we do out of
yeah,
obligation. And then our cup ends up getting empty,
yeah, and we feel
and
exhausted.
right? So
Yeah.
true. So true. Brandon, thank you for being here. My right palm has been itching every day for about 2 years now. What does spirit and universe say that means for me? Thank you, Brandon, for being here.
So, Brandon, I want to ask, when does it itch specifically? Because I get the card, this card, which is embarrassment. Oops. I should just use this camera. Embarrassment. I'm getting that. I don't know if you're aware of this, everyone, but we have chakras, secondary chakras, and some of them are in our hands. And I'm getting there's like a blockage in your one of your chakras in your hand, and it's caused by embarrassment. So sometimes when we feel embarrassed, or when you feel embarrassed, Brandon, it might feel itchy because it's like triggering that old wound. But I'm not sure if So hold on, I'm just going to confirm with your guides. Or from a past lifetime. I'm getting it's a past lifetime for you, Brandon. It's stemming from an embarrassment from a past lifetime that you had, is why your hand chakra might be blocked. And this is something that's common for a lot of people, although like it doesn't manifest like an itching in the palm all the time. But if you're a healer or you're trying to do healing and you feel really exhausted afterwards, it's one of the symptoms that one of your chakras in your palm, on the palm of your hands, is blocked. Like that exhaustion. So yeah, it's something
Love
that you can
that.
neglect.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Diane. I totally agree with what Diane um, just said, and I, and sometimes there can be, multiple reasons for, why things, happen. Um, I I got I got and work and below it says helper guides, and so I feel like it's your guides trying to get your attention, that they're if there's something going on in your day, and it could also, I feel like it could also be like your loved ones, like trying to get your attention. I also feel like they really, well, and this kind of coincides with what Diane just said, that they really want you to love a little bit harder on Brandon, and sometimes that can be really hard for us to do, because a lot of times we're conditioned as kids where, um you know to do nice things, or to self-care is sometimes we're conditioned like that's selfish. But your guides and your angels really want you to know that, it's really important for you to love a little bit harder and take care of Brandon. So I hope that helps, Brandon.
I love how the messages so far are like reminding people to take care of themselves. It
Right?
fits very specifically for the holidays and this month particularly.
It is. It really, really is. You are so welcome. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. And so next up, we have Nancy.
Ooh.
May I please get a reading on my spiritual gifts?
So Nancy, the card that I drew for you is the blue flame and it says spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And there's this blue being like inside a portal. or they're just coming out of the portal. And I feel like that relates to you because you're traveling through portals right now. That's part of your mission and your gifts. I'm also going to check on your clairs, but while I was drawing cards, I heard your spirit guides tell me like she has a lot.
She does. Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked them like, can you share just one for this show? I'm getting that your most active clair at the moment is clear cognizance. So it means clear knowing. So for you, your psychic gifts might look like, hey, I just know things. And I have no idea how I knew this. I just know. Like, call it intuition. Or sometimes, if you're a woman, they call it female intuition. But it's just clear knowing for you. You know things. And that's your very most active gift right now.
That's you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly it, Nancy. It's you don't know how you know, but you just know. And I also get that you're an empath and a sensitive, and I also get that you too are a healer, and we all are. But if you really wanted to hone in on your healing abilities, you sure could. I mean, you could take some classes, some Reiki classes, but I also feel like if you wanted to do healing, that you could. But yeah, it's you just know. I I love that for you. So I hope that helps. And thanks again. Thank you, Nancy, for hanging out with
Thank
us.
you.
And Vin is next.
Finn.
My question is, what is my ex thinking about me these days?
Um, this.
Um, we'll do the best to give some insight on on you on how to proceed forward.
Hmm. But we can't really tap into your ex's energy or know what they're thinking because they didn't give their consent. But we are going to like get a message for you at the very least. So Vin, the card that I got for you, I asked your spirit guides like, what is Vin trying to learn from this experience or their relationship with their ex? So I got the card guilt. And it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So, in this soul journey that you have and that you have shared with your ex, this is one of the things that you are trying to learn. And I feel like your spirit guides are telling you right now that you can release the guilt. I feel like you're thinking about your ex because you might feel guilty about something that you have done in the past. I don't know if you're aware of it right now, but that's what your spirit guides are telling me. Like he's feeling guilt or they're feeling guilt about something, and they're telling you to release it. And their message for you is that you've done your best during that part of your relationship, and it didn't work out because you're just incompatible. And you need to respect her space, even though you are apart right now. I think that's the best part of loving someone is that you don't have to like be there. You can show it through respecting their space. So yeah, but the main message for you is release the guilt. So I hope that helps.
Thank you, Diane. And I, again, similar. I pulled a card and I got deception, and so I don't know if this is if he was the one being deceptive, but I got that he is doing some reflection, that he's reflecting um, on your relationship, on the loss. I don't know if there was codependency there. I pulled codependency, but what they truly want you to know is it is safe for you to love. So I hope that helps. Hope that helps, Finn. And we have Liz in awe.
Ooh.
May I have a reading on how to release any resistance to activate my creativities? Blessings. Absolutely.
I was kind of smiling while I was talking with Liz's guides because I was reading the question release any resistance, and they were telling me upon release, like listen, no. But the card that I got for you, Liz, okay, where? Oops, was I muted or did I just unmute myself? Oh, hold on. But the card that I got for you, Liz, is risk. And the feeling that I'm getting while I have this card is that you know what you need to do. You're just afraid to take the risk for that. And the message behind the card says, take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. So I feel like you already know what you need to do, but that fear is holding you back to really putting it out. I understand that perfectly because like I didn't plan to be on YouTube initially, but I was I was very nervous about coming on initially because of judgment and all. Like, what if I go there and I get bashed and I get trolled and you know, but my spirit guides were very encouraging, and the message that they always tell me is, what if, but what if it goes well? There's always that chance that things are going to fail. And if you do fail in that creative process, you can learn it, you can use it as a learning experience for you. And if it goes the other way, then all is well.
Right?
There's always a chance that things will go well. So just put anything that you want out there. You don't need to like put out a perfect output all the time. Just put something on paper. I keep seeing that, putting something on paper and put it out there. And that's a start. It might not be like the perfect product that you're thinking of, but it's a start. So good luck, Liz.
I love that, Diane. And just to let everybody know, we have two people left. We have Linda Swan and Ellen left. So if you're here, Ellen and Linda, let us know.
Mhm.
And Liz and I thank you so much for being here. What I am getting is I pulled the card Perseverance, and it's joy guides. And so really unleashing that joy, finding the joy in the simple things, because the next card I got was celebrating simplicity. I am more fulfilled when there is less to manage and maintain. And so just simplifying so you don't maybe have so much on your plate. I do really feel like they want you to make sure that you are getting enough rest, but to really find the joy in the simple things um that come across your path during the day. If it's that ice in your cold drink, or listening to the waves crash in, whatever it is just unleashing that joy and finding the simplicity in your day. And I hope that helps. And like Diane said, I think she was talking about paper. I'm seeing paper too, and I'm seeing you just almost like channeling, like automatic writing, and just scribbling and writing. And I really feel like that is going to open you up too. And how simple is that? Taking a piece of paper and a pen and just scribbling, and I do really feel like you'll receive messages in that too. I hope that helps, Liz, and thanks so much for being here. And Linda and Ellen are here. Yep,
Yay.
Ellen, and I got you as a general read. I sure do.
Okay.
I sure do. Here we go. Ellen, for a general read.
So, Ellen, the cards that I got for you, actually drew two cards for you. And one of them says, it's not the end, only the beginning. And the other one says, drama free. I feel like you're in a point in your life where there are endings when it comes to relationships. And you might be feeling iffy about that, or you might feel uncomfortable. But I'm hearing your spirit guides say that this is a part of your growth. And relationships might not be working out as you hope them for, because you're actually moving towards a more drama free life. Like you're letting go of things that are no longer serving you. and it is their reassurance that things are going to be okay. So yeah, don't feel too try not to feel too um sad about endings. They are reassuring you that they are new beginnings as well. So I hope that helps, Ellen.
I'm just blown away, Diane. I'm just blown away. Um, because I got closure, Ellen, and so with closure become there's new beginnings. When one door closes, another one opens, and so with this, know that change is coming, and and they also want you to know that if you're questioning, oh, I should have done this, or I could have maybe done this better, or maybe I shouldn't have done that. They want you to know that there is no mistakes. It's just growth and redirection. And so just know if those closures have happened, and we've got what, a couple 2-3 weeks left of 2025, and we're in a 9 year, and so it's all about closures. And so if you are feeling this now, if not, it might be in the next couple weeks where it comes into place. But the next card I got was welcoming surrender. So just surrendering to whatever is taking place. Just we don't want to force. We just want to surrender to, and to know that those closures are always for our highest good. And sometimes it may not feel like it, and sometimes they may sting. Sometimes they might bring us like joy, because it's just like, yes, we're through that. But just welcoming that. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Ellen. And thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And she says, thank you. And last, we have Linda Swan, and greetings from New Zealand. Hello. Thank you for hanging
Oh,
out with us. That
happy
is,
Sunday, love.
yeah, I love that. And a general message. Absolutely, Linda.
So the message that I got for you, Linda, was pretty unclear at first. I'm going to show you. I drew two cards for you. The first card that I drew was Infinity, Infinity. And the second one is kind of fun. It says, don't be fooled by my appearance. My soul is resplendent. And I feel like you're looking way too far ahead. Like currently, you're looking way too far in the future and worrying about yourself or what's going to happen in the future. So this is your spirit guide's way of reassuring you that no matter what happens to you, no matter how it might look for you, your soul's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. And I don't know if you can see it, but even though like the figure in this card is disfigured, they're holding a rose or a flower on their hand, and it's their way of saying that you can find joy in small things. Look for joy in the future. That's going to help you move forward. Is the message that I'm getting from your guide. So I hope that helps, Linda.
I love that. And I I pulled the shadow card, and we all have the light and the dark, and in us, and I really feel, Linda, that you have been really working on releasing a lot of stuff that you've been holding on to, and letting go of what you need to, because the next card I got was success. And not only have you been doing the work, I really feel like 2026, there's major good things happening and that are going to be coming in for you. But a lot of it, I mean, you have to pat yourself on the back, because a lot of it is because of the work that you've done already in 2025. And so I got success, and then I got amplifying abundance, and abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. And so, those were great cards. I mean, the shadow, I really feel like that's the shadow self, that's the shadow work, that is what you've been doing, and because of it, you have good things coming in for you. And so I hope that helps, Linda. And Millie just popped in. Millie, hello, thank you. We are wrapping things up, but you'll have to go back and listen to Diana, or Diane. She, I was thinking of Diane.
It's okay. I'm
Diana,
Diana too.
Diana Bowles was popping into my head. You'll have to go back and listen to Diane in her beautiful story in sharing her spiritual gifts, because it's beautiful. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on and sharing your gifts and your story and doing readings, and thanks to everybody in chat too for hanging out with us today and being a part of the show. We couldn't do the show without you, and so I thank you. And
Thank
everybody
you,
have a
Millie.
wonderful Christmas, and tune in to Diane tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, right? To her channel, and subscribe to her channel. The links are in the show notes. And show Diana. I said Diana again. I'm gonna have to check in with Diana Bowles after this too.
Yeah.
Show her some love, and subscribe to her beautiful channel. So thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas, and until next time, we will see you all later.